are live now. We have arrived.
I will not curse at all.
Trollord Games, join the fray.
Is joining me today for Chuck. Are we actually live?
Are we live?
You're live, yes.
I see an advertisement. All right, there you go.
You're live.
We need some.
Everybody. This is the Ask Me Anything stream. It is Tuesday, September 2nd. A momentous day. Not only did J.A.R. Tolkien died today, some years ago, we have uploaded the final files for Infernum and Exaltum, and the Adventurer's Backpack has landed on my desk in its final form. So it's good. It's a good day. Well, it's not a good day that Tolkien died. But honestly, he was probably in his 80s, so
When did he die? I don't remember.
70s, I guess.
I have no idea.
Oh, Steve, I just realized something.
What?
Make a mental note. I need to get back into his computer. We never went in and fixed that game.
Oh, that's right. 1973. I did not know it was that long ago. I thought it was the late 70s or something. That's interesting. All right, so we're diving right into the questions. Lando, I saw that you bought me a Dr. Pepper. Thank you very much.
Hey, okay, go ahead.
What do we got on the queue already?
Oh.
Chuck has had a long 2 days.
It's been a long week already. It's Tuesday. Oh, God. Let's see. I don't think we have any questions in the queue. We're wide open.
But I have a question for everyone else. When did Tolkien start writing the languages and names for Middle Earth? Was it World War I?
My understanding is he started writing The Hobbit in World War I, but I'm no Tolkien scholar by any stretch of the imagination.
Neither am I, and I didn't look it up. Yeah, I was just curious when he started writing like the histories, the names, and everything like that. Since I'm doing the engineering names thing, Tolkien came up as an interesting.
Some great names in Tolkien. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere in my head, I thought it was The Hobbit that he started The Hobbit while he was in the trenches of World War I. But I cannot remember. I'm sure someone out there knows and can answer that question. We have a question from Lando Foundry, Monsters and Treasures, ETA. Chuck, that's for you. Chuck?
Yeah.
We don't have an ETA on the MTA yet.
No, we don't have one on that. Well, sort of have one. They emailed me back today. It's probably going to be, assuming they do everything they're going to do, I'll probably have it out to the backers. My guess is going to be sometime first part of next week. They're very slow about replying, Lando. I sent a message out and I got a message back today. It's been 5 days, so if that tells you. Just throw that in the back of your noggins.
And next question is Death Angel Shadow asks, did Steve get my package in the mail? I think maybe I got a package this afternoon. I went to the P.O. box, and is it filled with ham radio stuff? Is that what I'm looking at? Dude, Davis, we got to get ham radios to follow the aliens. We got to do it. I'm going to get a ham radio. Getting a ham radio for Davis's farm so that I can call him at 2 o'clock in the morning on the radio and sound all mysterious. Breaker 19. I don't know how to do ham radio.
Don't get me going on aliens. I'll be.
Hey, so I am reading and finishing up the autobiography of Bob Lazar, and this is the guy who came out in like 1990, 1989 and said that he had been working at Area 51 reverse engineering the gravitational, whatever, anti-gravity drive that the aliens were using in their saucers. I will say this, I'm not finding it very credible. I'm having a few problems with his narrative. Most importantly of which, and Davis, since you had a very high security clearance in the Army, you will appreciate, while he was getting his security clearance to work at Area 51, they went ahead and put him on projects so that he was working on reverse engineering this drive. And I'm sitting there thinking, because he keeps bringing it up chapter after chapter, he still hasn't been approved. I'm thinking, it's not generally how the Army works.
No, they don't.
The security clearance comes first. It's not a chicken and the egg type thing. Fascinating reading, very fascinating.
Yes, being an expert on reverse engineering alien technology myself, Okay. And I have the credentials to prove it. You know, I went to Harvard and I studied reverse engineering technologies in the 1960s, right? Then I went and I did a postdoctoral thing at Cambridge University. And then I went to the University of Baghdad, but I had to time travel back to Baghdad to do it, to get that
Are
good.
you that guy that keeps appearing with cell phones and pictures all over the place?
That's me.
Dang it! I knew there was something going on there. But hey, what?
Did you hear the? Okay, so have you been keeping up with AI Atlas?
I have not, but
Dude, people are making bank off that shit.
I have been following the gigantic thing that's flying through our solar system. But we actually have a question for you, Davis. It was asked last week that I couldn't answer. Davis snarls because he wants to talk about AI. This is from Kevcom. What was your real-world mythology fantasy inspiration for the Zanti or Zantai devil? It is the last entry in Castle Infernum. And that one I remember you wrote. Do you remember it?
I don't know. Can one of you flash it up for me real quick?
Well, you've never actually seen a picture of it, but I will give you a quick read.
I honestly, okay. So this is funny that you asked that question. I'd have to read it to know exactly what you're talking about, but it's like Steve will ask me, "Hey, we need the maps for X and X," and I'm like, "What are you talking about, X and X?" And he'll go, "It's a module." And I go, "Okay." So I didn't write a module. I don't really care. I had forgotten I wrote that module.
You did write a module.
Yeah, I had completely forgotten that. Oh, I didn't remember writing that module.
So I'll read you your description.
Okay.
The Zantai is gigantic. He stands on 4 legs, much akin to those of a gigantic elephant. A body of ribbed muscle sits atop these legs, resembling a great barrel peppered with small iron shield-like scales. From this, a torso covered in long, blood-soaked fur reaches 50 more feet into the air. 4 great arms extend this mangle of fur and flesh. So great in length are his arms that they can reach around small towers and buildings. So prodigious their strength that ripping trees from the ground is little more than play for him. His head is the worst of all, for Zanti has no nose or mouth, just 4 great eyes, one on each side of his head, atop his bony cup-shaped face. Does that sound familiar at all?
Yeah, that's not pulled from a real world mythology that I am aware of.
So you just conjured it? What inspired you to conjure it, or do you remember?
No, I know exactly. Yeah, no, it would be the. I can't remember what they're called. No, of course it's a Pleistocene animal, right? It's a Pleistocene mammoth. Okay,
they're always Pleistocene.
It's a Pleistocene mammoth that. And then I put the. So I am fascinated with this. Like the centaurs, and like the half whatever animal, half human type thing. I love the idea of those. So in my setting, I have like half deer, half human, half horse, half human, half whatever. They're around a lot. And I guess that draws from Egyptian and.
Jeremy is saying that is chimeric creatures or chimeric creatures.
Chimeric creatures. I'm really fast. I really love that type of.
I really would like you to do a whole.
More than likely, too, it was conjured from a bit of anger.
Almost everything you do these days is conjured from a bit of anger. I think you need to go to anger management. I have a school down here for anger management. You can come down. It's called Moving the Warehouse. And by the time you have moved it, you won't want to hang yourself.
By the time I've moved it, there will never be a warehouse to move again.
Burn it all down. Burn it all down. All right, Chuck, have we had any questions float up?
Yeah, I can't place it in a real world mythology. That's interesting, though. But I love the idea of those creatures. So I have, anyway, several of them hanging out. I wonder where that idea. Does every culture do that? I'm trying to the chimeric creatures, and I know they do to some degree.
I'm trying to think. Native American doesn't seem to have much of that. They have more animism where spirits, human-esque, spirits go into animals type thing.
Yeah.
It's not human, but the animals don't take on different shapes in their natural form, but have kind of human traits. Anthropomorphizing, is that what that's called?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know much about mythology. I've never been that interested in the subject. I don't read much of it. The most I've dabbled in would be Norse mythology, but not much.
Oh no, Egyptians the reverse. It's like the human body with the head of like an
Yeah,
animal or something. Like yeah. So it's Persian or
it's
yeah.
probably Middle Eastern, largely Mediterranean type thing. Yeah, Jeremy, I don't know. Maybe in what about the Mesoamerica, Davis? Do they have?
No.
So they don't
Not
have.
many. It's a little bit, but not no.
Yeah,
It's more like the Native American animism.
yeah, it's like White Buffalo Woman, stuff like that. I mean, there's, it really isn't.
And in Chinese and Japanese, it's not really that I'm aware of. It's not that prevalent either.
Yeah, Indian either. I don't think, or Hindu, I guess it would be. We are sort of talking mythology, Grace, sort of, because I know nothing about it, and Davis's brain is scattered largely due to rage. Yeah, and keep focusing on things.
Wait.
But we were trying to determine whether all cultures, or most cultures, or which cultures had chimeric creatures, which are half animal with a human head or human whatever. Blah, blah, blah. The Egyptians did get it wrong, though. They got it all backwards, or maybe they got it right and everybody else got it wrong. I don't know. Couldn't say.
Dude, the Egyptian cat thing is pretty crazy. Anyway,
That is true. Cryptwright says things sound more legit if you say mythology in this sentence. I think I will have a Dr. Pepper mythology today. Yeah, I know nothing about it. We'll have to get you on one day. We get Finn on too. I mean, that's what Finn got his master's in, is Norse mythology. Well, Germanic. What sea is north of Germany? The Baltic? Yeah, the Baltic Sea region. Is it the Baltic? Yes, it's the Baltic. Adriatic's next to Italy, right? Man.
yeah.
I need to get back into reading less UFO stuff and more history stuff.
The Baltic Sea's right up there, the Lithuania, whatever, Germany, Denmark. I didn't know that I didn't realize, I just read the other day, the Hanseatic League, I didn't realize that they fielded their own army too.
Who did?
The Hanseatic League.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I'm not surprised, but because they
the consortium, they could put together a pretty big army, and they had a great deal of influence in France, England, Denmark, Germany, and elsewhere.
It was quite a trade concern. Is that what you said? Call it a concern?
Yeah, I guess corporation.
Grace says the chimera. I've always said chimera, so I think you all are wrong. But the chimera is Greek in origin, right? I just learned the other day that chimera is actually used in the medical field for twins who absorb their twin in the room. Davis tried to absorb his twin, and it just was anger, is all that he absorbed.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, Chuck. Do we have any more questions that have floated up? We will do excellent. We will do a roundup at about 5 o'clock. We'll just do a general kind of. There's not many of the crowdfunding campaigns out, and Grace updated all of them yesterday.
Well, good. Since there are no questions, so here's a little interesting piece of information. They have fully mapped a mouse's brain, all the neurons and synapses and everything like that, so that they can replicate it, right? Fully mapped, right? And they know that they can control it. And I think I got to do the research. I got to read the paper on it. Anyway, I think they transported it to a little machine or something like that. Anyway, so what they're thinking is that now we are on the cusp of uploading consciousness. Well, not consciousness, but your brain. If they can map the whole brain, they can upload it into a computer.
You know what would be cool? If they did a TV show where the premise was they uploaded your consciousness to like a synthetic creature, and then that synthetic creature had to fight aliens on a ship that had crashed into Earth or something. Don't besmirch alien Earth.
Okay, I cannot believe that they are hanging their hat. They are hanging their hat on murdering children, child abduction. You know, they abduct these children who are in, whatever situation, whatever, they're dying or they're crippled or something like that. They abduct these children, then they upload their consciousness and kill the real person into a synthetic being. That's what
Did
they're
they
hanging.
kill the real person, Davis? Did they kill the real person? What makes up who you are? That's two androids dream of electric sheep. Isn't that what we've been talking about for decades now?
Well, I think that in this case, I would say in this case that you would have murdered the person because but it goes to the whole, what's the Star Trek thing where you.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
Beam.
does Captain Kirk get murdered every time he beams down to the planet because they
Yes.
construct him and put him together?
Yes. Because the vessel is part of the whole.
Yeah, I mean, that's a legitimate argument. I honestly don't know. Yeah, Pete is actually, my son's watching the show. We're talking about, in a roundabout way, we're talking about the show Alien Earth, which just released like 2 weeks ago or something. And we started watching it, and he's in your camp. He thinks that the vessel is part of who you are, and you just can't take, all of the whatever out and stick it somewhere else. Which, if it's true, really mucks up my plan to live forever, because I think that's the only way I'm going to do it.
Oh, no. They've also done the anti-aging research is really everything's gearing up right now. Hopefully before we die, we get some of this. But 2 generations from now, those of you in your 20s and such, oh my God.
It's going to be cool. It's going to be very cool. Unless someone does something goofy and nukes everything up, it's going to be very interesting what the world is like.
Yeah, no. I can imagine. So you imagine what's that show, Matrix? So all these little bubble kids or whatever, bubble people, living in a bubble. Anyway, that's the future of the world. Since no one wants to have a baby, right? So no one wants to have a baby anymore, and populations are collapsing. They're going to have to produce children. So they're just going to put them in incubators. I mean, that's on the cusp too.
So it's interesting. I was looking at, I was reading an article on Japan last night and watching this short video on it. And there's whole swaths of Japan that are now vacant because they're having such a demographic collapse, right?
Yeah.
And in column B, I watched this, and you know me, I'm always irritated when anyone does anything that's like whatever. But so it showed Japan Cool was the little meme, and it showed them making, you could get an ice cream cone made automatically right through a machine. And I'm thinking, well, this isn't that difficult. It's just automating an ice cream machine. But so they have the cone come down, and it sits in this little thing. I wish I'd sent this to Grace so she could post it, and then so I thought, okay, it's just going to put ice cream in there. What's the big whip? But no, this is Japan. They're going to make it badass. So these 2 little
oh yeah, I saw that.
The cherub creatures come around flying around on clouds, and then they trace out the ice cream cone, and then they're laying clouds around. I'm like going, well, this is cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. That with the demographic collapse, which is happening globally and has been happening for decades, and the automation may get us out of this thing. You may actually get an Earth. So what is that book by Michael Moorcock Davis? I know you read it, Answers at the End of Time.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't know how far in the future, it's deep in the future, there's almost no humans left. Everything is almost, the magic or the technology is almost mystical in what it can do, for you as a Homo sapien. It's pretty fascinating. We may actually be headed that way with the little cherubs flying around the ice cream cone.
Well, I mean, yeah. There's it's really getting interesting. And
then there's the Eternity Brigade. You remember that book?
Yeah. I mean, why couldn't you?
Yeah, why not? I mean, if that's an argument that you can make, that you can upload all of our imprints, the synopses, the electrical, whatever. I mean, what is memory? Isn't that what Blade Runner is all about? What is memory?
Yeah.
And that's the whole thematic thing behind all of that stuff. What are these moments? How do you capture these moments, and how do they make up you? And can you, as Jeremy says, put in a piece of plastic? Jeremy, you will appreciate this comment Jeremy said a minute ago in the chat. He said, I can't wait for the grave.
It won't come soon enough.
Yes, Death Angel. Ice cream's delicious. I had some this afternoon after watching that video. A ice cream. There you go. A ice cream.
Hey, ice cream.
We do have a question from
It's a brave new
KevCon.
world, and I think part of me is just, part of me wants it to be 1880 again, or whatever. But there's a part of me that's fascinated with science and technology and the way it's unfolding.
Yeah, look, no one wants it to be 1880 again.
No problem.
No one wants that shit. No one wants to go back to the 1300s or 1200s. When you actually spend like a year living like that.
Right.
Spend
like a week living like that.
Live in the South, like it was like 1810. Live in the South like it was 1810, dude.
I don't think you have to go back that far. You probably go to 1938 and you would be no air conditioning, no hot showers. I don't think they had hot showers at that point. There's all kinds of just stuff that we take so much for granted now that.
Yeah, well, you think about.
Now you're talking, Jeremy.
Dad's, grandmother, who lived to 1978, I think.
Yeah, probably about that. Yeah, about that.
Yeah. So, and she was 96 or something like that. No electricity. And I don't want to share personal stories, but it was a log cabin that she was raised in.
Yes.
Literally a log cabin with 8 brothers.
Well, I was telling the story
in
last
2
week.
rooms.
Your own father used an outhouse, a 2-seater, he said.
Yeah.
An outhouse until he was like 9 or 10 or something. So, we're really not that far from home. Hey, I want to just make a quick comment. I see you, Chuck. Kadora says, bought some black cherry ice cream at the store today. Now debating eating it before dinner. Don't eat it before dinner. Just don't, Kadora, save it. It'll be much better, especially if you've had a steak. If you have a steak or any kind of beef for dinner, have the ice cream after. It's just a great after-dinner treat when you've had beef. All right, Chuck's got his hand up. That's culinary advice from the Lord.
Just have a boiled egg.
No one wants a boiled egg. Snakes don't even want boiled eggs. All right, Chuck, what do you got?
I'm trying. Oh my God, that's funny. KevCon asks, will the Crusader magazine ever accept fan article submissions or fan votes on gaming / aired subjects they'd like to see expanded upon?
Yes, we will. Not yet. We want to get the Crusader into kind of a rhythm before we start accepting outside. But in the future, yes, absolutely.
But I find this. I thought it was interesting though about the whole thing about maybe fans voting on stuff to be put in there about air and stuff.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
We need. I was looking at some of them. Jeremy's in the process. We're going to get the omnibuses out. Hopefully as early as next week. We should have the first omnibus out, which I forgot to get in the font. So we're going to. I was looking at it the other day, and the early Crusaders had a lot of variety of stuff. Do you remember the Angry Gamer, Davis? That was a fun column to write.
Yeah.
It had recipes. It had all kinds of just.
Does anyone out there, have they actually gone back and looked at some of those old Crusaders?
I look at them all the time.
Yeah, some of them are hilarious. I really want to finish up Frankenberry and the Crack Parade.
I forgot about that.
I'm sure some of them are probably a little dated, but it would be fun to go through there and dig through there and see. No, we're good.
My analysis of Lord of the Rings. Remember that?
That was a great one.
Oh, we do have a question. Question from King Kothar. How many unarmed adult men do you think it would take to slay a bull male hippo?
Does any one of those adult men have a 50 caliber sniper rifle?
No.
If that's the case, then one. But I assume that you mean sticks and clubs and such. I don't know. I don't think
there's a
attacked hippos.
Yeah, they did. There's a film. It's not the Maasai, but it's one of the tribes just south of the Maasai.
Yeah,
where they take down a hippo and how they do it.
I actually was thinking early man, before when we were just early man before we even had.
Like when we were 4 years old. No.
Yeah, about that. Yep. Pro Magnon Man. That's still a thing. Magnon Man still a thing.
Yeah, sure, whatever. No one cares.
I can only remember Australopithecus africanus and Cro-Magnon man, and I don't think Cro-Magnon man sounds as technical as the other one.
I can't even remember where the origin of the word. It's got to be some English freaking thing. I don't know.
They're unarmed men. Jeremy says they're unarmed men. I don't know. I don't know if there is a number of unarmed men that could take a full-grown adult hippo.
Dude, that would be hard.
You're going to lay on top of it until it can't move? It'd take 100 people to do that. Hippos are insanely powerful.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can punch it to death. Its skin is like 6 inches thick.
Yeah, they're extremely aggressive, extremely powerful.
Yeah, now if you can get it running.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, that's the key would be to get it running. And once you get it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, once you get it running and you keep it away from water, you just run it till it's exhausted and dehydrated and dies.
I think that's a whole hunting technique.
Yeah,
just to run. Because we can outrun any animal on the planet, I believe. I believe humans can outrun everything. Distance.
Yeah, I think pace right. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I think distance, not speed. But surely a million, Jerry. I don't know. How would you get a million people on top of a hippo? That would be tough.
Yeah, 990,000 of them would die of suffocation just getting on top of them.
That's it. A wolf alone, only so many would have physical access to the hippo. That's the thing.
Can you airdrop them?
I cannot imagine if you punched a hippo, it would even notice. I can't even imagine it wouldn't even, it's like a fly. I mean, I don't know. Given a large enough rifle, we can outrun any animal on the planet. All right, so it is 5 o'clock. It is top of the hour. We're going to do a very, very brief rundown of our, I believe we're down to 4 open crowdfunding. Castle Zagay, we'll do that one first. The sketch cover for Yigsburg arrived last night. We sent it out in an update, and I know Davis and Grace both put it up on Twitter. So you can check it on our X. You can check it on the official Troll X thing account. It looks absolutely fantastic. Jeremy is mostly through with reforging Yigsburg, so that guy should go into pre-layout very, very soon, probably next week. As soon as Jeremy's done, actually, which soon, hopefully this week. Up next will be, what are we doing next? The Backer Kid. So the Adventure's Backpack. That book landed on my desk today. It is largely in its final form. I need to go through and move some stuff around. We're still waiting on a few pieces of art that will go above the equipment section before each class. I think the artist we hired didn't deliver on time, even though we prepaid him to. But there you go. What can you do about that? And then, so I'm hoping that we'll definitely release the PDF tomorrow. It's going to be very rough. It's going to be a beta, so it's going to be a lot of problems with it. And I'm just going to do one pass this afternoon or this evening, and then another one in the morning before we sit down. So we'll just let everybody know that. But you'll at least have it in hand and see where we're going with this thing. After that, it's GFW, the Gygaxian Fantasy Worlds. Man, I have asked for Bill Edmonds to turn over Essential Facts and Things, and the next one, what is it? Living Fantasy, and the next one, Book of Names. And he is now working on, he's still wrapping up Book of Names, and Finn is editing the Adventures Guide. So that one's moving along at a nice brisk pace. I anticipate having all 10 done soon. And the last open campaign we've got is Infernum and Exaltum. Those 2 books are at the printers. We got to do some mop-up now. There's an Infernum Skirmishes that is done. I just need to clean it up. And then there is an Exaltum Skirmishes that's largely done. Needs a little bit of cleaning. Tomb of the Unclean, as Davis talked about. Tomb of the Unclean. I did it again. Here we are again. I need maps, and I think Davis sent them to me, and I lost them, so we don't know what we're going to do on that. Hoping Davis has a backup copy on that mess. And there's one other thing. We'll figure it out. And they're around here somewhere. I found this folder while I was looking when you mentioned it the other day, Davis. Found this folder of your stuff. Everybody's seen this ancient map that Davis made.
Oh, yeah.
So look what I found. I found the remnants of Waverly Hit card. They're all, well, they're probably not all here, but I did not find your maps. And then I think we need to wrap up the map for the Wretched Plains, I believe. And then that's all that Kickstarter entails. Those will be done in the next 4 weeks. We'll have all that done. So as soon as those 2 books arrive from Walsworth, we can begin shipping all that stuff out.
Chuck looks like he needs to go to the hospital. He has a gut infection.
Chuck has had a very busy 2 days with the troll lord hooting and hollering about tables. Chuck needs a day off. We can't hear you, Chuck.
I'm stressing over his mic gain. It's driving me nuts. So it'll be all right.
Oh, Davis's mic again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all good.
My what?
The last campaign that we have running.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
Is the building. We have an active campaign on TLG print. So I haven't decided anything, but there's a good chance I'm going to suspend that in the next 48 hours. We are still struggling with land, and we'll see what the next couple of days. They have to be the second crowdfunding campaign that we have suspended since 2008 or 9 or whenever we first did it. But we'll see. We will see. Chasing hippos off the land, yes. So what we need to do is just put a giant pin there and let a hippo go on the 5 acres. Can a hippo live on 5 acres? Probably not.
Not for long, anyway.
Yeah, I guess I can for a day or 2.
Yeah. Dude, I think they eat a lot. They must eat a whole metric ton.
Huge amount. Justinius, we released the Canting Crew to Backers PDF last week. And so if you haven't got that, check that out. We're going to be releasing the next few in the next couple of weeks as they get to me, and I'm happy with the cover, the way the cover's laid out. We hope to go to print in the next couple of months. We're kind of jammed up in layout right now, so the layout's taking much longer than I thought.
Darklight 689 asks, did you ever find what map is on the Castle Zagged cover?
Yeah, I know what map that is. He's talking about Yigsburg.
Yeah, I think we were talking about it the last stream or something.
Yes, so that is a map. Now, I don't know what exactly Peter Bradley did to it, but that's a map, and I can't remember the artist's name. It was done for. So we were doing, what were those books called, Davis? We were doing companion books back in those days. And the idea behind a companion book was to do kind of a couple of different classes, some new spells, some new rules built into the world of Erd so that you would get some of the background and all that stuff. Those books eventually were set aside, and I replaced them with the expansion books that we're doing now. And this map that's on here is the first, if I remember correctly, it is the first map of the new Aonok region done by this artist who I cannot remember who it was. And then Peter Bradley took that and kind of did this silver-esque thing. I can look for it here in a minute if Davis wants to yammer on about something. But that
I got nothing.
where we were putting Yigsburg back in yonder days.
Unless you want me to critique Alien Earth.
Do not spoil that wonder show for everyone out there in Twitch land.
It is amazing.
Okay.
All right.
I won't. Whoa!
Yes,
what did you say, Chuck?
Are we good to go? You want to switch over to the next part of the show?
No, wait. Give me the timeline for Alien. I don't even understand that.
I don't know. I haven't paid attention. I don't really get into the nitty gritty of things. I love. What are the 2?
He's
movies?
there to enjoy himself, Davis.
Yes. What are those 2
No,
movies?
that is not what life is about. Life is about suffering. If you're not suffering, you're not identifying. You have nothing if you do not suffer.
Man, I don't even know.
I should live the life of Diogenes. I should just go off and find a hole somewhere and just live in a hole, and then make fun of people and throw poop at them.
And drink lots of wine.
And drink lots of wine.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeremy said you basically fucking do. Oh, God.
Dude, I don't even know. You know what? I do know what it would be called. This map is going to be called Outramere.
What are you looking for?
Wait. You mean to tell me that
This map-
Jay's campaign's been on our shit all these years?
I found it. There it is. Man, I can't believe that I can remember all of this stuff. That's what I can't believe.
We
This
can't
map-
either. There's a running pool amongst all the employees that you're AI. So just so you know that.
This is insane. All right, Chuck, I'm going to put this JPEG in our chat.
All right.
And so this is the map that appears on Yigsburg as the background, and it appears on a ton of adventures and products from 2000 and whatever to 2000 and whatever. Here you, Chuck. All right, so there's a map. It's actually an insanely beautiful map.
Oh yeah, I've seen that map before. That's a good map. Yeah.
Yeah, I do not know who did it. It was so long ago.
Wait, what map? Put it
I'll
up.
put it in the chat because I know you can't see the thing there. It's in our Davis chat.
Okay.
That's actually, you're not going to remember this, but that's the map that you created A1 on.
Yeah. That's a great map.
Lots and lots of time. But we wanted to switch. Is that right, Chuck? Switch to the world of air. This is a nice segue.
We'll do that, and I'll throw the map up in a minute. Then how's that?
There you go. So we had no more questions.
Yeah, Eckley's Ledge. That's Blacktooth Ridge.
This was the original, and we had to shoehorn a little bit when the map was redone later on. It's just a beautiful map.
Yeah.
North Trunk became the fallow wood. I don't know. It's very interesting.
Anyway, yeah, that's a
I'm
pretty
gonna put
map.
this
I
on
don't
the
know.
screen
That's
for everybody to
Jay
see.
will know.
There you go, guys.
Jay will know. Where's Jay? Jay.
Prometheus and Covenant. Those are the two movies I enjoyed thoroughly, but I don't know where they go in the timeline. And I don't really care that they try to weave the aliens or humans or genetic whatever. I don't care about that.
So where does this fit in at overall, Steve? That map.
So that map is
An alternate. It's an alternate universe.
It's new Aonok right here. So can you see that at all? You can't see it at all. It's new Aonok here. Ascalon, south of House Track.
Because it just looks different how it's because it's framed in and everything. But I get it.
Yes. And if I remember correctly, it had something to do with living air, but I can't. That is escaping me. Because in those days we had a living air, which is what is that? A live play or whatever. And I believe that was the map that we're using. I'm not going to swear to any of that. But
Hey, are we playing again this week?
yes, we're going to play Thursday at 4:30. And in the coming weeks, we will probably move that to like 5 or something.
To what?
Someone tried to screenshot it, but you kept moving it around. I'll put it in Discord. Andre,
that reminds me. I need to talk to you about Discord anyway.
I haven't been to Discord in like 3
I know.
months.
That's why I'm going to talk to you. Absolutely. All right. So
the Krumavolt is the crown. The crown that. It's the crown. It's the crown that Dingleberry wears. Unklar wears. Probably shouldn't call him Dingleberry.
no. In fact, if you keep talking like that, he's going to show up and start getting mad at us. Oh shit! There he is! Ah!
The Krumavolt.
I'm looking for. I'm going to do a character sheet.
Why are you going to do a character sheet?
So we need more.
I think. Do what?
Said
I think
we need
Richard
more.
Whitters did a character sheet that I really, really like. I'm trying to find it. I put it up on Twitter, I think. I think I'll just draw my own character sheet because I only need to track one piece of information, my hit points. That's it. I don't care about the rest.
But yes, the Krumavolt is the crown that Dolgon fashioned for Unklar in the pits of woe in Austria. Today we're going to talk about Toth. Do you have his picture up there?
Yeah.
So Toth. So this is the little Aird section. We're gonna roll out a little bit of Aird mythology here for you. So when the Allfather was creating the universe, whatever he was creating from the void, his original thoughts were scattered and all over the place. So he created a shadow of himself and originally it was called the Shadow, and the Shadow was its only purpose. It mirrored the All Father, and its purpose was to bring order to the rivers of his thought. So the Shadow actually gathered these all together, and that's what becomes the River of Time. But when you think of Toth, Toth is really the mirror image of the All Father's thoughts. He's obviously not as powerful in those guys, but he's the mirror of the All Father. So he has a vast amount of knowledge. He has perfect control and ability to use the language of creation. He's one of the very few creatures. Unklar is one. Toth is one of very few creatures who understand the language of creation in its entirety. I think it's Unklar, Frapnog, and Toth are the only three who actually know the language. And the dragons was through deception. Unklar's was through just a gift and an accidental gift, and Toth's was because he was created to mirror the All Father. So Toth lives at the end of time. He has settled in and around the endless pools, and he watches over everything. Thing that he doesn't know, but he has almost all the knowledge of the All Father. But the thing that he doesn't know is he doesn't know the minds of the Valor Raccoon. So he doesn't know what Unklar is thinking. He doesn't know what Orandul or Hefnut or any of the named Valor Raccoon. These he cannot fathom. So he doesn't actually know how the Gonfod, the end of days, and the world where is going to end. All of that said, he is filled with just tremendous amounts of knowledge. He's worshipped by sages, wizards, anyone who's kind of that. Like universities would have statues of Toth and whatnot. And it is rumored in the temples of Toth there is a book that if you ask it questions, the book will actually answer. You get 3 questions and the book will answer it. And this is the knowledge of Toth. To get that information, you have to bring some hidden knowledge to Toth's awareness, or at least to the temple itself. So Toth, the 3-headed god, as you see there, he has the 3 faces of Toth in the Book of Knowledge. He lives. The most interesting I think about Toth is actually he's the god of death as well. Because he lives at the end of time, he marshals the dead. The crow god. I can't. What is his name? I can't. Key. No, that's Mac's character. Can't remember the crow god's name at the moment.
Oh my God, we were just talking about the other day.
Yeah. It's almost there. Anyways.
Is it Tefnut? No, Tefnut's not.
No, it's not
Tefnut's
Tefnut.
water.
Heth. Thank you, Lando.
Heth.
Oh my God. So
Good God.
Heth, actually, when you go to the River of Time, Heth will say you're going to go to the Wretched Plains, you're going to go to the Stonefields, you're going to go to endless pools. But Toth, at the end of time, he actually watches over all of the dead, and those dead who come to the endless pools, who he believes should have gone to the Stonefields or should have gotten more respect or honor, he takes into his bosom and he weaves them into the cloak that he wears or to the flesh that he has. So his body is actually, it consists of the dead spirits of the noble people who should maybe not have gone to the endless pools. So I've always liked that aspect of him. I like the aspect of the afterlife in mythology, which is funny because I don't know much about mythology. I've not read much, any of it. But it fascinates me, the treating of the dead. It's one of the things, Davis, that I know in the world of Enzea, which is Davis' world, the world of Ares, the world of Enzea's, he's built in burial practices. And I never really did that. And those are actually pretty pertinent, I think, to any kind of culture. Or, anyway, how they treat the dead.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
No, and it's absolutely bizarre how I'd say bizarre. Throughout time and space, the dead have been treated differently. It's really interesting to see how people treat the dead.
It's very, very fascinating to me. That's what I need to do is get some archaeological books on the dead. Toth answers all prayers, says Willie. Sometimes the answer is, how the hell would I know? Yeah, that's absolute 100%.
I got a question about that comment with you too.
Yeah.
So, how people treat the dead, is that a reflection of their, of the type of disposition that culture has, you think? Or is it more just about how they're culturally evolved in that direction?
By disposition, what do you mean?
In other words, let's say in your village, when someone dies, they take the head, they chop it off, and they impale it on the stick. They stick it out in front of the family's home.
Yeah.
Right? Would you consider them to be insensitive? Or is that more of a cultural custom kind of thing?
I mean, so, yeah, that's a cultural thing. How you believe the dead reside in the afterworld. So, like, there are some in some cases, the dead are basically mummified and buried beneath the house.
Yeah.
In other cases, they're kept in jars around the house. In other cases, they're burned. Uh, in some cases, the dead are paraded through streets afterwards. There's a 10 billion different ways.
Yeah, I think it's intimately tied to the way you see the afterlife. I think it's to what what's coming.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Because isn't there a culture somewhere? I want to say it's in the subcontinent, but I can't remember where they unbury the dead after like 10 years or 20 years or something, and parade them around. I swear I remember reading something about that.
Yeah, there are a few instances of that. I don't really particularly know where. It's been such a long time since I've read about those practices.
I got a question. I got a question from DevCon about Toth. How does Toth view necromancers and the undead?
He would not view them necessarily favorably. And I saw the comments that came after. So eternal reward is being sewn into a cloak. That sounds horrifying. So you don't think of it as being sewn into a cloak, being taken. Think of it as the lost soul in the endless pools. And just for those who don't know, in the world of air, you really have three states of being after you die. It's the stone fields for the noble dead, the wretched plains for the evil, and the endless pools for just those people who lived and did neither good nor bad, just kind of lived. The endless pools aren't necessarily bad, but they're this kind of gray waste of nothingness, and that's what you are. So if Toth finds you there in the endless pools and you deserve better, he will take you into his bosom. That's a better way of putting it.
So
but the physical aspect of it, he's plucking your soul from the endless pools and merging it with his own self. So that you
why would he do that?
Just because he can't usher them to the stone fields. That's not within his right because he doesn't control.
So he takes them into his cloak.
So he just takes them from the endless pools and brings them into his own bosom, which is kind of literally translated into his cloak.
Would that be anyone in the in the pools, or just whenever it just strikes him?
Well, his knowledge, the Valor Coon are so knowledgeable. I mean, there's, I don't want to say infinite. I hate that word, but they are vastly informed, and certainly Toth is. So if he became aware of someone who went to the endless pools, and maybe he studies them for a while, maybe he looks at them, maybe he kind of recants their entire life in his head, so it may be years before he takes them in his bosom. But yeah, he would become aware that this individual, Davis, was just filled with rage, ended up in endless pools, but his rage was actually did good, so he takes him into his. Okay. Today's theme is Davis's rage.
That's good. I've always wondered about that. I don't
know. That's of the eternal nerd. Go ahead, Chuck. I didn't
I'm just saying that's one of the things I didn't really understand was the whole process with Toth and where he came in on that, right?
Yeah, and as the god of death, don't think of Toth as the one who guides you, or he's at the end. He's at the end of time. He's standing there, so and as all things die, he's aware of it. So in that regard, he's the god of death. It's Heth actually who is going to judge your soul, who's going to look at you and go,
right.
You're going this way.
That's where I got confused at all the time because they're very similar names. Toth, Heth, very similar. I always get them mixed up. So.
Yeah.
Crypt White says, "Can't a pyromancer just raise a family in peace?" I feel like there's a joke there I'm not getting.
I mean, he's just being Ray. He's just being Ray.
Destroy, raise a family in peace.
He's just being lazy.
There you
go. Savage Splinter asks. Sorry. So we got a couple questions not regarding the area, but I'll throw them up to you. So I know both of you can answer this. Did you guys see the new Deathstalker trailer from Savage Splinter?
Yes. I'm watching that. I'm so watching.
Davis can't wait.
I read somewhere that they made a new one. I was like, I can't remember whose feed I read it. I was like, oh my god. But,
yeah, it's going to be a double feature. They're driving up here with Alien Earth. I can't wait.
No, it's not.
Because Jeremy, I think time is a flat circle. Is that what we're going? Yeah, I saw it actually. The Deathstalker movies, I think, are some of the funniest crap that came out of the '80s. And it almost looks like they put a little bit of effort into this one. And I will say that the guy who's playing Deathstalker, I assume that he's playing. I've seen him everywhere. He fought John Wick in the first John Wick movie. He's the one that put the bag over John Wick's head. He fought who's the lawyer from Breaking Bad in his Nobody movie?
Oh, Saul.
yeah.
Saul.
Saul, yeah. He doesn't. It's not Saul, but whoever he is in
Right.
Nobody, whatever that show. He's all over the place. He's like an action star now of just getting his head beat in.
According to King Kothar, Deathstalker 2 is a shitpost in movie form.
Hey, have any of you guys seen Red Sonja?
No, I want to see it. I want to see
I
it.
want to see it too.
Hey, do you pronounce it Sanja or Sonya?
I say Sonya.
It's Sonya.
What
Crimson
did we
Arrow
say
sent me
for
to
years, Davis. We said Conan.
Yeah, when we first started,
Yeah,
Conan.
which I still prefer the name Conan. Conan the Barbarian.
What, Conan?
Conan. That's what we call him.
I don't ever want to hear you say that ever again. Please don't. Please. Oh my. That's like saying drove. Anyway, Crimson Arrow 72 says, question, did you guys finish the Battle Dancer class? And is it Rasputin?
Yes, and I don't know. Davis will have to answer that.
Yeah, Rasputin. Dude, what's that Rasputin song? I love that Rasputin song. What is that? I gotta go. I'm putting that on my playlist right now.
So I want to say Deathstalker, literally, of all the movies I've seen, I don't know which Deathstalker this is. One, I think it's 2, but it might be 4. Has one of the most memorable scenes I've ever seen, and it's still ingrained in my head. And in one of the arenas that they're fighting, some little guy's running out with a couple of daggers, and some dude has a hammer and splats him and makes him flat on the ground. I'm gonna have to watch all those movies again just to see which Deathstalker it is, whatever.
Here we go with the Rasputin song.
Oh Lord.
Wait. Where is it?
Well, you're going to see tomorrow, Sparky. I will release the PDF. Well, Chuck will do it. I'm not doing it. But
No, that's not it.
it's in there, Sparky. It's in there. That's in 1, 2, and 4.
Okay, what's the Rasputin song? Oh, wait. So, who has anyone seen Red Sonja? Red Sonja.
Jason Bay has. He said it's not a Howard story, but it's pretty fun. I remember his review.
I want to ruin something for Jason, so I'm going to watch it.
Jason's like Jeremy. He's always just angry or whatever.
Will we ever see a CNC complete book of dwarves by the Brew Brothers? Oh, and thanks for the follow, Brew Brothers. Welcome on in.
Brew Brothers. I don't know. Davis and I talked about doing those. I can't remember what company. I want to say somebody, Citadel Warhammer. I don't know. Did those complete books back in the day, and I think it would be really cool to do them. Like 60 to 90 pages, kind of one end, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there's right there. Who did that?
Rolades.
Okay. I always you had an orc one too at some point.
Yeah, I have a dark folk one. There were like a dozen, I thought, but I can't remember.
Just
Most of them are
to put things in context, everybody. I'm Davis's younger brother, and I never bought anything because Davis bought stuff. I took his stuff, so I don't know why.
You're younger than Davis?
Huh. Yes, I'm like 2 years younger or 18 months. I think I'm 2 years. I can't remember. Something like that.
I'm just making fun of it because you're like all clean shaven, and we got Grizzly Adams next to you over here.
Hey, he's cleaner than he normally is. Look at him.
No, you're right. I noticed that. Yeah, it looked a little organized, actually. To be honest with you.
That's because I was sweating so much. I was like, I'm cutting all the hair off of my body. Every bit of the hair on my body. I'm going to shave the skin off my body.
I did that once, Davis. Completely.
Shave the skin off?
Yeah, and then I just about got drugged into a damn mannequin cult. It was bad. It was really bad.
A mannequin.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about it. It was terrible.
I don't want to talk about my mannequin days.
It was terrible.
I auditioned for a mannequin one time. I failed. I was too spazzy.
Boney M. That's right. Okay, Joe. That's right. Boney M did the Rasputin song. That's it.
Boney M did the Rasputin song. They wanted Chuck to model.
No, they didn't. Trust me.
I think on that image, we can wind the show down. That's right. Chuck modeling, Or is it Mark today? Is that it? It just sounds scratchy to me. I'm not sure what you're looking at.
Anyway, the Rasputin song, that's a great song.
That sounds
Funny.
hellish. That's what they play. Hey, Jeremy, that's what they play when you arrive on the wretched plains. That's the welcome song.
Every 61 minutes.
Oh yeah, the battle
Yes,
dancer.
exactly.
That's in the ABP.
What is?
The dancer, battle dancer. Yeah.
Blade dancer. We changed
Blade
it to
dancer.
blade dancer.
Okay, whatever.
That was at your friend
Wait,
on.
so does that mean they
on-
can't use clubs? Oh wait, never mind. Everything's a club. We're good. We're good.
It's all blades. It's all blades. That was at the suggestion. Whoever you built the class with on X. Who was that? Ann Maiden and
Elvin Maiden. Yeah.
Elvin Maiden.
Should we give her credit in there too?
Yes, we should. And Jeremy Peter changed it.
I forgot to ask her.
About 2 weeks ago because
Will you ask her?
she said that
Let me know.
if we do sword dancer, it actually can do any blades. So she suggested blade dancer. So I said,
Yeah, but like Willie's pointing out, there's dance clubs. Why could you not do clubs? And isn't every weapon a club, technically, right?
You have to have a pole.
Technically, yes, every weapon is a club. Even a nuclear bomb is a club. Oh.
He fixed that too, Jeremy. He fixed it all. But
that's right.
Out of order, we'll fix it.
I forgot. We canceled the spinning classes too. That's right.
All of those table numbers have to be redone. All of that has to be redone, Jeremy, because there's problems with it. So don't worry about it. It's all good. All good. All good. That's it, Chuck. Wind us out here. It is 5:30. It is time for dinner, and I don't know what I'm eating tonight. We have no streams tomorrow. We do have the game on 4:30 Thursday. It'll be me, Chuck, Davis, Jeremy, and Grace, and Peter
And
Bradley.
Peter Bradley. Right.
Wandering, finally leaving the town of Elm and heading to Willow Creek.
All right. Well, you guys have a good one. We'll catch you Thursday then, if not before. We'll see.
Yes,
Y'all
that
have
was
a wonderful evening. All right.
All right, take it easy, everybody. Thanks for showing up.
All right.